It is Toto for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Wednesday morning, September 7th, 2016. Good morning to you all on this lovely Wednesday morning, 7th of September 2016. Here are your news and our top story at 8:30 on this Wednesday morning is how Hillary Clinton could win while Donald Trump's donation is his latest push for campaign fundraisers. As seen business delegates take photos of the Philippine president running rhetoric as a Asian club replete with strongman welcome Director Harry. President Obama made history on Tuesday, nominated first ever Muslim American to serve as a federal judge in the U.S. Capitol, according to the new report. Iran's president called on Muslim world on Wednesday to punish Saudi Arabia for all the last year's Hajj Christian stampede that killed 2,004 people. The latest criticism by Iran at the annual pilgrimage. Paris police have arrested a man in a terrorist watch list after his car was found near the Notre Dame Cathedral with 7 gas cylinders inside. Berlin Chancellor Angela Merkel on Wednesday strongly defended her government ahead of the flood of migrants that crossed into Germany last year, but considered that the move still need to be done and that the concerns that are led to increasing. Australia and the UK are holding preliminary discussion about a post-Brexit trade deal. Australian Trade Minister Stephen Seale wanted the strong historical bonds between the two countries, but the talks could be completed quite quickly. Miami. Tropical storm Newton is expected in heavy rains in Arizona and New Mexico after making landfall as a hurricane in Mexico's mainland and then weakening. London and Syrian opposition planning to require President Bashar al-Assad to step down during a transitional phase at the weekend. 6 months after the plan initiates. United Nations, 50 million children have been displaced by a worldwide conflict and 28 million are refugees, the UNICEF report reveals. Washington, Iranian vessels at a U.S. Navy ship at a recent encounter deemed unsafe and unprofessional by the U.S. Department of Defense in the Central Persian Gulf. Mexico City, a police helicopter crash that killed 4 people in western Mexico by a made the tech by gigs, the authority said. The sudden closure of ITT Technology Institute have led tens of thousands of students wondering if their time was spent for school was wasted to them, nothing but debt and worthless college credits. For weeks in Oregon's rugged backcountry, the two brothers were faces of a armed equation of wildlife refugee, 2 men dressed in final common as with companies the Constitution shoved in their breast pockets. Las Vegas caused week after man who killed farmer outside McDonald's. Donald Trump in Greensville, South Carolina, said if he's elected, he will take a plan to defeat the Islamic State from the top generals within 30 days of taking office. New York UPI reporter listed defense told it early. Story of domestic terrorism 40 years ago as a Pulitzer Prize winning series on the Weberman and underground radicals. Phoenix, a member of the Navajo Cotocoos who had provided an umbilical cord in the battlefield of World War II, has died at age 95. Jericho Valley, California, 2 possible cases of leprosy have been found in the city's of Los Angeles Elementary School, authorities said. Chula Vista, California. The body of a baby born in the United States has been found in an empty lot in Tijuana, Mexico, a week after it was reported missing, officials said. Ackman and Chipotle breast beef indigestion. Asia stocks hit 1 year high as soft U.S. state of quails. Fed hikes top. Shanghai. Volkswagen AG is opposed to the joint venture to make electric cars in China whatever. State when company partners is aggressive push into the electric vehicle production at automaker works to resolve this mission cheating scandal. Agnes Willem Ekman left the board of Kennedy in Pacific on Tuesday, making the end of a 4-year tenure that helped overhaul the alien railroad company and earned his hedge fund roughly $2.6 billion. Houston and U.S. shale player Apache Corporation said it increased its better plans for the year to help the development of what it makes the next big thing in Texas. Washington federal policy in the position of hydraulic function and not been changed in response to weekend earthquake in Oklahoma, White House spokesman said. Washington, drivers in the United States are seeing the press retail gasoline side at an area of refiners. Redeveloped industries, however, threats subside. Middle Club AAA reported. Wichita Falls, Texas. The deep construction in Texas oil and gas sector seems to be over and find a full rebound remains elusive, and economists the state said. The stocks now 18.5 SP 5 28.6.48, and Nasdaq 5,275.91. NASA literally thousands of potential target asteroid Rex mission, which is scheduled to launch Thursday. Soyuz spaceship lands and cast mission reports. China offers free screening for travels from Zika countries. Parents are first recipient was first face transplant. Isabel Didier died at the age of 49. According to French doctor, safely released by Emmons Alpha, which performed a groundbreaking for proceeding to over to the virus. And Didier died in April. Direct dispatch about particularly at levels of FT4 associated with an increase in the risk of sudden cardiac death according to a new study. And when the temperature source of 108 degrees Fahrenheit, higher older deaths made when the foregoing electric fan, a tiny study suggests. Now, Maine Governor Paul LePage, previous response to me, labeled racism, probably won't like this. The city of Portland has said it has no plans to remove a near bird depicted to combat him. Republican Governor Ku Klux Klan, Huden Colt. Washington, a conservative nonprofit group funded by Association of Charles and David Koch will on TV ads in English Spanish Bruce Marco Rubio's Senate campaign in Florida. National Rifle Association political. Oh, yeah, I did that. Newton, Massachusetts. Prosecutors have dropped the charge against Waterman and took a friend from a long-term care facility in Massachusetts. Authorities already said 55-year-old David Collin of Middleburg removed Beth Burbaugh from Newton facility without authority charged with a permanent abuse of an older person. The 63-year-old Burbaugh was facility after 7-year stroke. Pittsfield, Massachusetts, and Western Massachusetts man at 40 days when a federal Billy Berkeley week that included his brother and parents had pleaded guilty to dozens of charges. And now look at New England New England Incident Alerts report. Nope. Okay, Peter Cheldusheim is 8:37 on this. Westmore and tied for Sport Report. Last night, the Boston Red Sox beat the San Diego Padres 5-1. Tonight, the Boston Red Sox and the San Diego Padres score out again at 9:10 p.m. out in San Diego, which is 6:10 p.m. their time. No matter which advance in December 5, the United States will on Tuesday. 3 of his supporters at the tournament have retired with an injury and have been able to play. After the Celtics shocked the NBA one of 4 wins last season, it evident that they have the core to make a deep playoff run, but they still missed a couple of key pieces of the puzzle. Peter Cheldusheim now 8:37 on this Wednesday morning, and it's time now for a traffic and transit report. Let's study off on the MBTA, where on the subway system it's looking good. On the commuter rail, it is started train 904, 7:50 a.m. inbound, operating 15-50 minutes being goes between Kenton Junction and South Station. Providence train 810 is up, operating near goes between Kenton Junction and South Station, and on the ferries they are looking good. Okay, look at that, hours and boways in the 6-state New England region on this Wednesday. We're starting off out in Connecticut, where 95 is the stop outside. Slow from Bridgeport all the way to Stamford. 95 stop go from Stamford Stretch. 84 westbound side, it is backed up after Route 80 in Waterbury and then back again on Newtown Stretch. 84 eastbound side, it is backed up after Route 80 in Torrington. 95 on the northbound side, it is backed up from West Haven and New Haven. 95 southbound side, back from Guilford all the way at the Brentford. Route 9 Wolfen is backed up in the Middletown Stretch. 84 eastbound side, back to New Britain all the way at the downtown Hartford. 84 westbound side, back to Tudor with the 91. 91 on the northbound side, is back to Middletown to downtown Hartford. 91 on the southbound side, back to Willow all the way to downtown Hartford. Mass priority change to 91 and 291 in Chickpea. It's a little short. 57. 91 on the northbound side, back to 57 and 91. 91 on the northbound side is back to the Northampton stretch. 190 on the northbound side is back to the Wells is a stretch. 290 on the eastbound side, back to the Auburn. Route 9 on Worcester. Route 146 on the northbound side, back to the Worcester stretch. To 95 on the northbound side, back up from Airport Connector. It worked all the way at the downtown Providence. 295 on the southbound side is back to the Crestwood stretch. 195 on the westbound side is back to the Seacock to East Providence. 95 on the southbound side is back to the protected downtown Providence. 146 to the southbound side. Back to 50 to Route 95 downtown Providence. Route 6 to the eastbound side. Back down from before the 610 connector in Johnson. 295 southbound side back after Route 6 in Johnson and Brisket around Route 37 in Crescent. 146 is back to around. So, Woonsocket stretch and 146. There, northbound side back to 126 to Lincoln on to Route 122 in Woonsocket. 495 on the southbound side, it is back to Hudson to 290 in Shrewsbury, and then 495 on the northbound side, back to 140 in Franklin, and 495 on the northbound side, back to Milford all day, to the best back to Westboro. And 295 on the westbound side, southbound side, back to Route 95 on the Annenberg. 295 on the southbound side, it is backed up 95 northbound back to 295 after Route 128 Kenton. 20 water northbound side back to about 45. Right up in 20 water northbound side back to Route 123 Buckner to Route 128 Kenton. Route 3 to the northbound side is back to 228 Rockland way to the Braintree split. 128 on the northbound side it is back to the Braintree split all the way up to Route 20 Walfam. Route 128 southbound side is a little sort of Braintree split stretch. Route 6 to the eastbound side, little sort of hard stretch. 20 to the southbound side is back to the board stretch. 7 to the expressway, the northbound side, back to the Braintree split to the Quincy. 7 to the expressway, southbound side, back to the back all the way to the Dorchester. Mass back to the eastbound side, it is back to the Framingham all the way out to the Austin back tolls. Mass back to the westbound side, back to the local airport out to the South Boston. 93 to the southbound side, it is back to from the Salem Airport all the way up to the downtown Boston. It's a big back by 93. 93 to the northbound side, it is back to from Bedford all the way up to Route 128 Redding. 93, both ends of Boston is looking good. Route 1 on the southbound side is back to Revere, all the way out to Route 93 in Charlestown. 120 to the southbound side, it is backed up from Route 95 in Peabody all the way up to Waltham. 120 to the northbound side, back to the 95 in Peabody all the way up to 114. 120 to the southbound side is back to the Beverly stretch. Route 2 on the westbound side, it is backed up for the Lexington stretch. Route 2 on the eastbound side, backed up from Arlington all the way up to Belmont. Route 3 to the southbound side, it is backed up from Route 40 in Chelmsford all the way up to the 128 in Braintree split. Route 45 on the northbound side, it is backed up from Littleton all the way out to Route 93 Redding. 495 southbound side, back to the Haverhill stretch all the way up to Westford. 95, it's looking good for 120 and Peabody all the way up in the new Portsmouth, New Hampshire. 495 on the southbound side, back in the Amesbury stretch. 7 New Hampshire, every trip back on the southbound side, back to Manchester Airport. 101 in the eastbound side, it is backed up after Route 93 in Manchester, New Hampshire. Otherwise, 7 New Hampshire highways out. Looking good up in Maine. 295 on the southbound side, back to around in Falmouthsburg, headed towards Portland. Otherwise, highways of Always Maine now. Looking good. 87 on the southbound side, it's backed up around Route 11 up in Champlain, New York on the northbound side of 87, and all the way to 15 back around 202 headed towards Montreal, and 7 Quebec 89. On the southbound side, also after the U.S. border up in northern Vermont. 87 on the southbound side by the Silver Springs, by Route 77 in Troy. 77 eastbound back around Troy stretch. New York State 3 eastbound side, just a little before 87 that's in Albany, New York. Peter Chill News Time. It's 8:42 on this Wednesday morning. Introduced time now for a weather report. And turn it on the radar, and it shows little line of rain showers stretching around, Sutton all the way up to Milton and Quincy. Patchy rain showers around north of Boston, stretching by the Lynn, and line of rain showers from Ipswich and Beverly up in Gloucester, and patchy rain showers around Lexington. And some spotty rain showers from Bedford, Vermont, west of Keene, Hampshire, and a little line of rain showers by Pittsfield, Mass, and a line of rain showers south of Long Island. Okay, 7-day forecast goes like this for today. Patchy drizzle projections out for that area. Church showers after that area. Patchy fog before that area. Most clouds can have about 78 degrees. East to about 7 miles at temperature 50%. New spots less than 10 inches possible. Tonight, slight church showers before 10 p.m. Patchy drizzle and church showers after 10 p.m. Patchy fog before after 11 p.m. Clouds can have about 6 degrees. Don't about 6 miles at temperature 30%. New spots less than 10 inches possible. Thursday, church showers before today and patchy fog before that area. Most clouds can have about 82 degrees and northeast about 6 miles at becoming west after temperature 30%. Thursday night, church showers after 2 a.m. Most clouds got about a low about 6 degrees and southwest about 8 miles an hour. For Friday, most of the most clouds coming 88 about 60 degrees, west about 6 miles an hour. For Saturday, most of it's coming 84 degrees. Saturday night, church showers after 4 a.m. Clouds coming at 6 degrees and temperature 30%. Sunday, church showers at Thursday, clouds coming at 82 degrees, temperature 30%. Sunday night, most clouds coming about 59 degrees. Monday, Sunday, most clouds coming at about 56 degrees. And for Tuesday, sun's coming at 80 degrees. Currently at Naughton, it's overcast, guys, and it is a 69.1 degrees with a humidity of 97%. That is going to get for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Wednesday, September 7th, 2016. Peace will be a good day with a good positive day. Good morning, I'll see you at 11 a.m. for the 11 a.m. news report. Hope you have a good morning.